the distribution opens up like this. The first thing you do is enter your password. That's it. You'll find the distribution has opened for you. Now Synapse opens up for us. You go ahead and maximize the screen like this. All right? Nice. Let's exit. All right, now if you look over here on the left, you'll find a section called something like Economy or Darknet, which is basically the encryption section. And we have an option that's like, for example, Windows, and we also have the internet that's available in the distribution. There's also DN and graphics. We have sound, video, and games. The remaining section that's important to us is this part. These are options in the distribution or the tools that we'll be using during the course. See? All right. And we have this as well. All of these are things you'll find in any distribution, right? All right. God willing, I'm going to explain now. Some of them, not all of course, will let you control this. And during the course, we'll get to know other ones as well. Right? All right. But I don't want to cover everything in just one lecture, so you end up feeling like the lecture is heavy and the topic is difficult. The topic is designed to be very easy. All right? You just open it up normally, no problem at all. At first, you just type a simple command and execute it. What? Good point. If you open this folder, it's just like the home folder in Windows. Right? Just like the home folder in Windows. They're just regular files. You can go in and out, go back, no problem. Right? Just like Windows, but it's better, of course, to use the terminal. All right. Cool. What's next? This topic. First thing, when we logged in with the user called. All right, so to know which user we're currently logged in as, there's a command called who am I? If you type it and press enter, you'll see the result, which is dark or whatever your username is. If your username is Mohammed and you type it, it'll show Mohammed. Or if you're logged in as the username Mohammed. All right, great point. That's the first command for you. Great point. Like we mentioned in the last lecture, if you remember, there's something called, let's say I logged into a certain system with an account, and that account doesn't have permission to do a specific thing, right? Or to do something specific, to delete something specific. So, for example, it needs root privileges or something like that, right? But right? So now if I want to log in and let's say stand there, yeah, that's the beauty of sudo. I can do anything with sudo. There is a command called sudo, right? When I hit enter, it'll ask you for the password of your account. So you give it the password. When you type the password doesn't show up. That's a kind of security. If someone is with you and you say, what is this? Press enter. It'll tell you that you're root. Okay? Why? Because everything's great. Okay. Now, I want to know where I am in the system. Okay? Where exactly am I inside the files of the system, which is parrot? So there's a command called pwb. Press enter. It'll tell me the path. Okay? The system or parrot is basically made up of paths. Okay? Paths. What do paths even mean? I still don't get it. For instance, if you go to here, for example, in the directories on Windows. Okay? All right. If you click here, you'll see this is a path, right? This is basically a path. A path to what? To these files. All right. It's the same thing in Linux too. This is a path. Okay, so let's say I want to find out what files are in the path, which is home, and then the user named dark. That's my user account. Okay? There's a third command called ls. Press enter. It'll show me the files that are in this path. If we go into it, you'll find this is the path for dark. Right? Which means you'll find the exact same files here as well. All right? For example, .ssh, you'll find it here. .ssh is here. You'll find it right here. All right? Let's close this. All right? And so on, you'll find it here as well. And the videos folder and so on. Right? Okay. Great. Now we've learned how to view the files that are in the directory we're currently in. Great. Now, let's say we want to create a specific folder. On Windows, we usually right-click, but how do we do it in Linux? There's a command called I. This command does that for you, okay? So you type the command, then you type the name of the folder you want to create. I want to create a folder called tamam, okay? And then you press enter. Of course, if you don't get any error, that means it's done. So if we use ls to list the files in the same directory, we'll find it there. Here it is, so that means the folder has been created. Nice, very nice. Now we want to go into that folder. To go inside or move between files, there's a command called, and you type dirk. By the way, I did that error on purpose. Someone might say, but it's written as dirk. That's normal, right? But here and here, it's the name of the file. What's that? Is it really that sensitive? Yeah, it's sensitive. You might, yeah, when you're working or you've logged into a certain machine. And if you try to access a file and you're sure the name is correct, but you typed a lowercase letter instead of an uppercase one, you won't be able to get in and you'll just keep struggling for a month, okay? So you really need to pay attention to which letters are lowercase and which are uppercase, all right? Now it's telling me I don't have a file with that name, okay? If we do it again, just to prove to you that it's really this sensitive, it won't show it to me, even though if we did it in, if we did it, no. And we named it, no wait, that's not quite right. Okay, and we successfully accomplished it. Let's try that again. But if I give it the right name, it'll show it to me and tell me that this file exists, or that this exists. Here you go. All right. This is considered, even on okay. With the help of, well, the girl from, why do I even need it? Okay. Let's go back. Now, let's say we want to access the dark file. We tell it cd dark. If you type D or the first letter of the folder, it'll autocomplete the word for you. It'll give you options because there are several that start with D. You have dark, disk, book, and so on. If we add more letters, what happens? And if we press tab, it'll complete the folder name for me. And with that, if you press enter, it'll take you inside it. How do you make sure you're actually in that path? If you type pwd, it'll show you the path. Home, then after right, exactly. Yeah, I mean the word right. Home, then dark, that's the user, and that's the folder we're going to use. Right? Home, dark, dark. All right? Very nice. Okay, let's say I want to go back one step. Now, if we do ls, it'll show us what's in this folder. If I want to go back one step, I do the same thing as before, but I'll add 2 dots. Press enter. This is just to check where we are. We've gone back one step. All right. Nice. We've learned some good things. Let's go back in so we can create multiple files inside multiple folders and learn how to do that. Files. Okay. In the text editor, it's called Nano. A text editor, like, for example, in Windows. But in Linux, there's a text editor called Nano. To create anything or to open any text file, whether it's Python, C++, or whatever, you'll use it to access it. All right? Okay. Use the nano text editor. Okay. For example, you would type nanomohammed.txt. Press enter. It'll take you to this stage. Here, you can write any data. I'll write my number, 3685787. I write my name, information, Mohammed, Rita. Now, to save what we've written here, to save this text, you'll press Control O, then Enter, then Control X. Okay. If we check, we'll see the file is there. The file exists, which means it worked. Okay. Now we want to list the files inside. I mean the data inside this file. You can open it using Nano, Mum, or Tab. It'll auto-complete the word for you. Look, you'll see it displays for you, and you can edit the file. Control X to exit. Or you can use the cat command, nano. Yes, M-O. I don't know, I said two things. Press enter, and it will display it for you. The information inside will show up in the terminal. Push from outside. All right, that's great. What did we learn next? We learned a command called touch, so you can create a file without having to open it. For example, if you type boot or boot anything, you'll find that this folder has been created with us. I mean, this file has been created with us. And you can create any file, like anything.anything. For example, anything at all. All right? Okay. Great. Now, we want to learn how we can delete anything. For example, this file. Let me give you an example. So there's a command called rm. No, for example, listen. What is it? We want to delete something. So you use rm and then give it the name. rm and then the file you want to delete. Look, you'll find it's been deleted. What's the name? You'll see it's no longer there. Okay. Great. For example, let's say we want to delete a folder. Now we've learned how to delete a file. Now we want to delete a folder. If we go back one step, we want to delete the folder called dark. This one. Someone might say, just type rm dark. It gave me an error. Why is that? Because of that, all right. Okay. Is the directory or folder in the Linux operating system called alright then? Okay. So basically, it's telling me, okay, as for this, it's basically a directory, and you can't delete this directory or file. That's it. All right. So how do we solve this problem? We tell it rm-rf. This is considered an option. We say rm-rf and give it the folder name. It got deleted. It was deleted successfully. We can specify or delete more than one thing at the same time. For example, you just type a space, then owie.same.1. And when you press enter, you can delete more than one file at the same time. Whatever you want to delete with us. The first task1.sh script. Task. For example, task. That's it. Control S is still with us, and so on, guys, and so on. Right? And then control. And then follow what? And then on and on. You could keep going until tomorrow. Then You'll find that all of this has been deleted with you. All right? Nice talk. So how can we do or move something? Like, for example, I want to move this file or this folder. All right? All right. All right. So how exactly can we effectively move this particular file? How do we accomplish this? Well, let's take a look. We give it the file name and we give it the path. All right? So where is this directory located? It's inside here in the directory. We'll tell it /here directory, and the file name is dark, or its name is dark. This command didn't give me any errors. The operation was executed, which means that file is no longer there. If we just move this stuff so we don't get confused, my file is right here. All right, let's go back one step. So we were successfully able to move a particular file and then carefully put it into the designated location, right? That's great. How can we rename or change the name of a specific file? By utilizing the powerful command mv, which is primarily used for moving or renaming files and directories within the file system, mv, 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 envy, 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 envy. Moreover, this versatile command allows for efficient file management and organization. Did we successfully accomplish it? Is everything truly good and in order? So how exactly can we proceed to ensure everything is completely good and satisfactory? Or on Windows, and how can we do it then? All good? All right. We want to move this file and put it inside a directory. How do we do that? We give it the name of the file, and we give it the path where we want to put this file inside. By the way, we're standing in the same path, right? We can just write the name normally. All right? And if we hit enter, it'll work for us. And we can also write the full path. That's fine too. All right? If you were in a different path than the one just so you understand. Guys, right now we're standing here, the file is here, and the directory is here. Right? So we don't have to use the connectors, it's fine. And if, for example, we're standing, just to clarify, we're currently inside. That's perfectly fine. All right? We did it. There's nothing wrong with creating a file. Yeah. Well, you'll find it here. Now we want to move like this. Or go to another path. Let's go back one step. I didn't do anything. Okay. So what do we want to do now? Right now we have in a file called, we want to move the file that's inside. How are we going to do that? It's really simple. We'll just copy or move it so it stays as, or we can write the file path, which is what? Yeah. Home. Yeah. Down modes. If you press tab, the word will autocomplete. And then you tell it move. All right, where do you want to move it? Or where do you want to take it? We'll say home. Duh. Also, go on. If we go inside, we'll find it's there with us. It's easy. There's nothing difficult about it. Just practice these things yourself, yeah? This is considered as such, and we'll get to know it more during the course. Bye. Bye. That's our presented lecture, and if you run into any problems, you can contact me on WhatsApp. Here's my WhatsApp. Or you can ask through the Facebook group called Clay Team Community. See you in the next lecture, God willing.